Hey everybody, of course JD here, Martial Arts Limited, and I got Sensei Seth, the kicking extraordinaire, and so I have a question for him. I want to know what the most overrated kick in karate and the most underrated kick in karate or kickboxing.
Okay. Here, if I could slightly alter, fire off kick names. I'll tell you overrated, underrated.
Okay.
And then I'll tell you why.
Front kick. You just said that, didn't you?
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna have to think about all of them. I say front kick. I'd say fairly rated. If you ask Mike, I say overrated.
Okay.
I say it's not any more useful than the sidekick, depending on what your stance is. Because a front kick from a sideways stance is kind of cheeks. It's not great.
Yeah.
But I just stepped in gum. If you have gum on the bottom of your foot and you stick to it, then
it is on the bottom.
Great. But then can we take one step that way?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. So front kick, I will give fairly rated.
Fairly rated. Okay.
I'll try to do these faster too.
Round kick, roundhouse kick.
Underrated.
Underrated.
You can kick to literally wherever you want on the whole body,
Correct.
except maybe the shin. You don't want to do that. You could. I would say underrated.
Underrated.
Thrown plenty. It's not like people aren't, but those kicks, how often they're being thrown, people just don't recognize, especially like in street altercations. Like if I were to just crack with a low roundhouse kick or a high roundhouse kick, it's hard to deceive how fast it is. You can change up the timing of it a bunch. Underrated.
Underrated. And I think I would have said that was probably overrated because I think everybody in the world thinks they can do it. Like they've watched fair. Walker, Texas Ranger, or Ninja Turtles, or Power Rangers. They're just like, I could do this.
It is one of the more popular ones.
Yes. So that would be why I think that. But
overrated because of average performance of the non-trained.
Yeah.
People.
In my opinion.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Sidekick.
And I'm gonna say underrated.
Underrated.
Because it's just a front kick when your body's sideways.
Copy that.
It's the same thing, just with more distance. Actually, I take that back. It's not this front kick, but when you're sideways. Underrated because there's more range. So if I were to keep with the front kick,
right,
and keep my hip square,
right,
it is this much range that I don't utilize. Turn sideways. Now this is this way, which gives me more range to boom.
Correct.
I can't do that from here. So I'm gonna say underrated, just because of the range alone.
And you use sidekicks for offense or defense or both? Primarily.
That's a good question too. I use it for mostly defense. People are coming in. I'll stick and go whoop. If I really want space, then I'll be a little active about it, and I'll try and launch somebody, and then I'll be like, not a skip sidekick. I'll go, not this or this.
Okay.
I'll go.
Okay.
I'll slide. But I just said that because it's right there.
Got it. Let's see. So we said Crescent
front
kick.
Side round. Crescent kick, super underrated. It's a lazy man's roundhouse kick.
Okay. Because the toe stay up.
The toe stay up, you don't turn your hips.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. You go like this. Anybody can do it. If you don't think that you could, pick your hand up, go like this. And then just like high five yourself over and over. Outside crescent kick. Fairly rated.
Okay.
Outside crescent kick's hard to develop power when it comes this way. It's good to like turn it into an axe kick if you can have that.
That was my next kick. Axe kick.
Axe kick. Axe kick is. Axe kick. What do you think the average person's perception on? Are we going by the average perception or like?
Either one.
Just in general.
Being another karate black belt, I'm looking at it from your perspective. Like, hey, we know an axe kick is when chopping down, but I don't know if everybody else does.
Yeah.
Do you?
Axe kick.
Put in the comments below.
I'm gonna say axe kick is fairly rated.
Okay.
Nobody's like trashing the axe kick, right? Nobody's like, yeah, that would never work because it's just like Andy Hug going boom, boom, on person after person. So everybody's like, oh yeah, that's cool. I think where it's hard is that nobody it's very hard to be able to do that well because you have to put your foot way up
drop it.
And then you have to use your hamstrings to pull it down, which is super hard. I'm gonna say fairly rated.
Spinning kicks, in general, just spinning side, spinning round, spinning hook,
We
spinning.
can go into detail on each one. Spinning side kick. Spinning side kick. Overrated.
Overrated.
You're trash at a spinning side kick. 99% of people are very bad at spinning side kick. It's everyone's favorite spinning side kick.
He said
Not
you are
man.
trash. He's pointing to you.
If I had to guess. Just kidding. On average, people's spinning side kick is what they throw the most and what they're the worst at.
Okay.
And most people know that their spinning side kick's not great because they ask. It's the thing people ask me more than anything else is how do I throw a spinning side kick? How do you fix my spinning side kick?
I thought it was funny in sparring. You were like literally spin now, like you were waiting for it.
I knew
you knew it was coming.
I knew you were gonna.
Yeah, you're like.
I can always
come
tell
on.
when somebody's gonna spin.
Spin.
Way!
There it is.
I usually switch my lead for
I
it.
love spinning.
Yeah.
So as soon as I see
The lead switch.
the back cheek, if I see the back cheek, I know. I got Shane too. I knew Shane was about to spin, and I was like, spin. I'd say overrated though.
Okay. And then one of my favorite.
Wait, sorry. Spinning wheel kick, underrated. Spinning tornado kick, overrated. Jump spin crescent kick, very overrated. Can you think of any others?
Spinning back.
You did that.
It's kind of the same.
Spinning side.
Spinning back kick. People
They don't know the difference.
don't know the difference.
Yeah,
I think it's fair to say there is a difference. Spinning back. We
I
called it a spinning rear.
Yeah.
Because it was just the rear leg. Spinning
Okay.
back kick, I think, insinuates that you are kicking towards your back.
Correct. Well, ours was spinning back kicks are down, spinning.
Right back in it.
Right back in it. Oh,
Tried to come outside so we could do double duty, and it turned out to backfire.
it did. This is why you don't do double duty. Because you get
I
duty.
think I'm actually good.
Yeah, you got it
Yeah,
off.
it gets a little bit like barely.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Spinning back.
And then my favorite kick, the hook kick.
Ooh, the hook kick. Very underrated. So the hook kick is an axe kick where your hips are turned.
Yeah. Okay.
You can throw it like boom, boom. Actually, I take it back. It's not an axe kick. It's very similar. You can use your hamstring and your hips to go boom, boom.
Yep.
But with gravity, with axe kick, the gravity's on your side, or not on your side, and then it is on your side. The hook kick is kind of not on your side the whole time. I would say underrated. Because anytime I pick this foot up, nobody's thinking this side of the face.
Correct.
And it's also the heel, very underrated. It's very underrated. It's also the heel that's making contact. And usually it's with the eyebrow bone because people will see this foot, they do a roundhouse kick, and they go like this. And then this foot comes up and over here. And I always hit this one the worst. This is the kick that I hurt people the worst with by accident.
Okay.
Because people just lean into it. And go like this and go, boom. And then it goes,
Yeah.
Very underrated. The most underrated.
Okay. Cool. Well, there you have it. Sensei Seth. That's because it's my favorite kick. I think
It's a great
I
kick.
think it's underrated as well. Like people don't understand it.
Yeah.
Because
It's fun to
I
throw.
went to a Bill Superfoot Wallace seminar years and years ago,
Very nice.
and he popped it on me. Like I was like, where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm.
And
He's
so
got one of the best. I've been hit by some pretty hard spinning, or some pretty hard hook kicks.
Yeah.
Namely, Stephen Boy Thompson.
gotcha.
But
I have
his
not got to train with him yet.
his was kind of a hatchet kick, where it came up and then it came
Drop down.
this way, which is instead of like this, he drops it and he keeps his hips more square, and then he goes boom. He really extends his hip, which I think my dad's actually my dad kicks me with a hook kick more than anyone on the planet. So you'd think I'd learn, but I don't. Yeah, I'm a good karate.
Cool. Thanks, sir.
Thank you. That was a really good save that we just had there.
Yeah, you did. That was really good. That was like,
slick.
woo, woo, woo.
So I thought I would record a voiceover for the fight portion. So here we are just starting up and trying to feed each other out. A couple low kicks, and they're just checking one of my kicks as I was going. And so hands, I see I'm dropping my hands a little bit. I need to work on that. Kind of finish her out. Little spin kick. He's right at, like we were talking about. That was that downward kick he was firing earlier. That was fancy. Like jump 540 kick or something like that. Didn't get it though. Little side kick to the body. And drop kick again. He got it that time. Keep hands up. Tried Kevin Lee's scorpion punch. Didn't work. We made a video about that. It's kind of funny. Little reverse round kick. Throwing a couple jabs to keep him away. And of course he fired back. And working our range a little bit. There was that front kick to side kick, but his shirt was so slippery or so sweaty I almost slipped on when I put my foot back down. And then I got that one. A little roundhouse kick. A little round kick there. Scored 2. A couple punches. I think he gets me right here. Boom. And then one of the things that they're telling me to work on is working my fakes. So something there. And he had already read that spin as you saw in the little earlier clip. And now a little leg kick. A little spinning back kick. Got me. Knocked me out of frame. Just having some fun. Dropped my hands. Trying to draw him in. Wasn't working. And he gets a good punch to the jaw there. And Edwin's like, get your hands up, get your chin down. And having a little bit of fun, trying to get some fakes in there, like they were saying, get a little bit better. And throw, boom. Almost done. 2 minutes is just a quick round. We're all having a good time. Big thanks to Icy Mike for hosting this event, letting us kind of play around. And there we go. Fake high, got to the low body shot. And that was it. That's the time.